What's up, Union Arena players? This is Kylie, better known as Universities. I almost said RideMyAvatar. Whoopsies! But today we're going to go over none other than our Red Riot's Games 5K Union Arena tournament results. I know that this one's kind of been glanced over, but this was a big event right before Full Metal Alchemist's release, and it definitely, comparing this to what we had for regionals versus what was happening, is a complete 180. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So guys, this is Red Riot's Games Major 5K. So July 26, 2025, this happened. We've just wrapped up our Union Arena 5K event. We couldn't be more thrilled with everything turned out, how everything turned out. On behalf of myself and the entire Red Riot team, thank you to everyone who attended and helped make this event a huge success. With an incredible 86 players, we're proud to say this was the largest in-person Union event to date, a milestone we honored to have achieved alongside this amazing community. The energy, sportsmanship, and enthusiasm throughout the day were nothing short of inspiring. We committed to continue our support, not only in Union Arena, but all the card games carried here at the store. This is just the beginning. GG Haven streamed the event, and head Alex Cote to all the local players and fans continue to support, grow the event. The passion makes everything possible. Below, finding the tournament results alongside the breakdown of the top 8 decks from the event. Who can't wait to see it? So first off, we had the top 8. It was 12 blue Jujutsu Kaisens with 10 purple Jujutsu Kaisens, 10 purple bleach, Code Geass 9 purple, bleach 7, blue bleach 6, One Punch Man yellow, and no deck information on the last one. But as you can see, it was very much a blue Sukuna Gawain format, paired to where we see a high representation of Mustang and purple bleach. So this shift from this event to regionals is a complete change, right? So it's kind of cool to see. So first place was none other than our good friend Purple Code Geass. This deck is showing its wear though, because now Dex has shifted to this. I have now more 4Ks than your removal of dealing with my 4Ks. Again, it takes a combination, this Gurren with a combination of a Gawain to kind of remove something. You know, Force Block works, but if they have the nullify impact, if this is the only one you have and you don't have this one to get rid of it, they're still gonna block it, and block it with the nullify impact, and you take no damage, and that was a force block, which is cool and all, but at the same time there's limitations, right? So you're starting to see the wear of that in the matchups, that there's a lot more nullify impacts, a lot more threats to deal with. So players are adapting, and these new lists are a little bit too much for Purple Code, because again, even against Purple Bleach, the deck had an issue where players would just slam something down, a 4K, 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 turn after turn after turn, leads them into these struggles that they just weren't ready for. Then we do have Matthew here, another Purple Code, very stock list. They are playing Ogi. They're in that ideal sweet spot, but having the 2-cost action Lelouch to help combo in with your Gurrens, or just making sure you get favorable blocks with your Gawain or removal, is always what that deck is doing. So then we have Toto. Toto surprisingly getting third. I would have figured it would got first if you have 2 purple codes in the tops, but it's understandable, right? I don't expect anything too crazy out of the ordinary here. Then we do have none other than Kenpachi Zaraki. Kenpachi just doing Kenpachi shenanigans. The deck thrives on a 0 DP minusing meta because Kenpachi just does not care about you DP thresholding it. You can't. I love the Shinji. This is probably where the other person got his idea from, playing this Shinji, I mean. Just very powerful deck in general. Then we have none other than Purple Squad Zero. This deck is hit or miss on what players like to play, but it's completely understandable, right? They don't have 0 cost Ichigo in the list, which is kind of surprising to me. I mean, you went full send on Tenjirone, which is fine. Does play the Ichibei, the old Ichibei, which is quite interesting, but they do a 2-2 split, which seems to be commonplace, but they didn't play any like big Ichigo removal, right? They didn't go for 5 costs. They kept the curve at 4 max, which again is nothing wrong with that. Then you have Yellow Bleach being Zombie Bambi. This deck basically wants to suspend things, and then with Giselle's ability to replay, like your impact Bambi, you use like Oryu to help out, or you play like Toshi to help suspend something, makes your opponent have a harder time to interact and deal with things. I like that they have 1 fear because it's a unique removal condition, so kind of cool where they were going with it, but I think Bambis are a little bit slept on. Now we do have Sukuna with Kento Namami. We did see 1 top in the regional, but we're definitely seeing some shift here that we're not seeing as many as before. So just taking a look here, they are playing 1 of the 2 action Kento Namami, which I don't understand why they went with that, but I would have just went full send Yuji Itadori's because, again, that card is just phenomenal, and why am I wasting a spot for a 2 action point? If you're going to play Kento Namami, I get the draw is what you kind of want to do because you can just get Kento to pop off sooner, but I don't think wasting resources on it was the best solution, but that's just me. Now we do have 8th place is another Kenny list, and again, this just shows the variable differences, right? Kenny is a very powerful deck in its full tournament results. Having 86 players for Red Riot Games event is huge. This was a cash event. Having, your top 8 field B, 1, 2 purple code, 2 Kenpachi decks. You have 1 Toto deck. You have 1 Squad Zero, 1 Bombi deck, 1 Sukuna deck. This started to prove that the meta was actually healing and not just being dominated by Herga Durga Durga purple code. A lot of players weren't a huge fan of purple code, and it's good to see that it's kind of just de-escalating, right? There's not a lot going on for it that really screams, hey, we need to be playing this deck now. I'm very happy that this has caused a shift in the meta now that we do have our regionals and stuff. But Red Riot Games is a great store if you need like singles and stuff like that. So I definitely think if you're in the Canadian area or just normal area, they have a lot of good stuff for a good price and stuff. I think you guys should definitely check them out. It's definitely worth the check out. So if you go to redriotgames.canada, CA, you can get some great information and value that way. But, they have plenty of card choices you can work with. I think at the end of the day, I did not want their Discord to open up. Rude. Did not ask for Discord to pop open. I asked. Yeah, sure. Taking a look here, though. They have like Final Fantasy, Gundam, TCG seems to be popping in. They have action points and custom sleeves, which again, really solid of a site. Their custom playmats always look fresh. They do sell out pretty quickly. So if there's something you really want to get, make sure you get them. They have custom action points, which is really cool looking. Then they have custom sleeves as an option as well, which again, if you guys are big into your animes, this could be a really good sleeve for you as well. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.